Yeah, just made big gains there in qualifying, and going to start 11th, which is better than normal.
How's it feel to get Reddick on the pole?
Yeah, that's a big deal. He's done it before, but I think 1-2. I think it might be the first time for us. So yeah, it's great for the team.
You guys, I don't know if you knew that strategy going in, that you were going to have Bubba follow Tyler, but I don't know if you saw he followed him in his tracks and it worked. That was planned, obviously.
Yeah, they work on things like this, preparing for qualifying practice and races and whatnot. So they always have a strategy coming in.
How far off were you this morning when you came in to make where you're at in the qualifying?
I'm about as far off as I normally am, truthfully. We made some big gains there in qualifying, obviously. But just typically on the road courses, takes me a little more time to get acclimated. Even in the ovals, Saturdays are not, rock star great for me. But typically Sunday we pick it up. So it's steadily been a good day for me overall.
Will you be happy to go to Phoenix next week, Vegas that week after, gets us some traditional ovals?
Yes, I would.
How important is Phoenix to see if the field is caught or at least made gains on the Penske cars?
I think Phoenix will be important, but we have with a different tire there, you just never know, right? And if that tire's a success, there could be some cars that are fast on that tire only, and you can be average on the other tire. So it's really going to mix things up to honestly give you a true feel for who's dominant, unless someone goes out there and just dominates.
How's it been working with the new crew chief at a non-super speedway this week?
Yeah, this is kind of the first week where me and Gail are trying to work on the car, and truthfully, he's still handicapped when he's with me here on the road course. So I'm trying to do the best I can to give him the best information possible. But I understand that our bread and butter is going to be weeks after this, and certainly feel like he's just doing a great job for the 11 team right now.
How much tire fall off are you expecting to see tomorrow?
Seconds. More than likely 2-3 seconds is going to be what I think will be standard after 10-15 laps. So that's big, and I certainly think that that's going to allow for passing and comers and goers.
How are you feeling about the 6A turn with the tire barrier being there, and just how narrow and tight it gets real quick?
Yeah, it definitely does. Interesting. It feels wider than what it was in the simulator, but still, it's a tight corner. But overall, I hate to say I like the layout maybe a little bit better, because it does give you some more reps around the racetrack, more laps. I don't think it really takes away that many passing zones, maybe one or two. But overall, I feel like the track change is good.
What do you?
Take us through your practice and qualifying, and then just your thoughts on this new different layout of COTA.
Yeah, practice and qualifying, it wasn't great, but I felt like we made some gains on it in race trim. And then there in qualifying, just missed it a little bit. Got loose getting down through the S's and kind of hurt the lap. And unfortunately, we weren't able to make a second one. We had some electrical issues there at the very end, so wasn't able to redo it. I don't think many people went faster on their second lap, so I don't know it would change the game a whole lot. But felt like race trim was fine, and in Q trim there, I made a little bit of a mistake and just missed it a little bit.
Is there a part of the track that you are potentially worried about that could be calamity tomorrow? I think there's a tire barrier, I think in 6A or something. Is that a point where it could be caution?
No, I'm not really worried about anything as far as that goes. There was plenty of opportunities on the full track to have cautions. So I think they did a good job as far as what you're asking, tire barriers and all that stuff in the right spots. So I feel good about that. Obviously down into 6A it's tight, and everybody's going to kind of funnel down in there. But being that it's as tight as it is, I don't think it's going to be a corner where people try to shove it down in there, kind of like we saw, turn 11 on the older configuration, just because it's not as wide and it's not as forgiving. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the race goes, but I don't see it changing the dynamic of that too much.
What has been the biggest? Sorry, you're here first.
Okay, what was the tire fall off with the new compound?
Yeah, good. There was a decent amount of fall off, and when practice is tough because when you come in and you rerun, it's always a little bit different sensation than when you go straight through a run. but there showed some fall off. I don't know what the wears looked like. I don't know if we ever ran enough laps to really get an idea of what that will be. But they definitely lost speed, as you went there. So hopefully that'll turn into something where you got to manage your tires tomorrow and be smooth and not make mistakes, and that'll create some opportunity.
The Vivid EV Anthem is the essence of American spirit. Made with lithium battery technology, this neighborhood electric vehicle features vibrant colors, diamond stitch seats, and seats up to 6. It isn't just made in America, it's made for America.
Steven Stump of Frontstretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.